Hello, VEDS. Disney is re-releasing 4 of their classic princess movies, and Brave, into theaters over the next coming weeks, and I intend to see a couple of them, starting with the film I saw yesterday for the very first time, 1991's Beauty and the Beast. So, I've put 3 minutes on the clock, and I'm going to review it right now. Let's get started. So, Beauty and the Beast is cool because I actually don't think I've ever seen a 2D animated film on the big screen. Maybe Prince of Egypt, but for the most part when I went to the cinema as a kid, it was to see Pixar movies, which are obviously 3D, and I've seen 2D segments in other movies, but never something that's fully 2D. But having gone now, I was absolutely blown away, and I'm glad that I got to see such a gorgeous and well-detailed film on the big screen. There are moments of kind of trademark Disney awkwardness where it's like some little weird flubs in the animation where they're paying more detail to one part of the cell than the other, but overall it's pretty good and pretty solid. They also balance more realistic and even some gothic art stylings with some more of the cartoony elements, which is always cool. And the blend of CGI and 2D is also stellar. I'm not sure if this is the first time they did that. I think they may have done it in Little Mermaid, which came before. I don't know my Disney movies that well, but I know throughout the Renaissance that would be one thing that they would come to do in most every film and do it relatively well. And it's not that you can't tell. You can definitely tell that like the chandelier and the ballroom scene and some of the other shots are definitely CGI, but not only are they blended well, they know how to utilize them. There's a part where they're dancing and you can see their reflection in the CGI ground in a way that you couldn't necessarily do in 2D. You could do it, but you would be able to tell that it was drawn, where this, it felt a little bit more real. But that's just the visuals. What about everything else? Well, it's great. I miss hearing kind of the big, more Broadway-esque type of music in Disney films. I mean, you know, pop songs have their place and all, but hearing the bigger, more ensemble pieces that just swell hugely matches the just grand scope of what Disney goes for in their animation. So it's cool to see that. And the voice acting, for having a everything has to be a celebrity voice acting, really does show the merits of having no names voice act these people, because they are great. The person who plays Belle is a wonderful voice actress, and I'm curious to see if she ever did anything else. I will say the one thing that's always kind of bugged me about Beauty and the Beast is she has that line at the beginning about she wants adventure in the great wide somewhere, but then the rest of the movie takes place in one castle. And it almost feels like they kind of set up that idea to never pay it off. It's not a huge problem, and I mean, Belle is a character who doesn't have a lot of development, but that never bothers me. So it's just a small problem in a much bigger film. And I'm done. So I bet all of you have seen Beauty and the Beast because it came out in 1991. Honestly, I don't know how it took me this long to see it, but I'd love to hear your opinions about it down below. And if you are going to see any of these Disney re-releases, I know they're doing Milan next week, which I'm going to go see, and probably see Princess and the Frog, because that's another one that I have never seen before, so that'll be cool to see that for the first time on the big screen. See you tomorrow, Veds.